text to me from a Chinese medical doctor, his formulation for protecting the immune system with all the different herbs. I mean, I've been taking herbal tinctures for a long time, but haven't taken any drugs in over 20 years.
Right.
And but one of the things that I also loved about Dr. Charles Benz is he started to, and he's talked about this before, but I think our listening audience would have keyed into it, the 5 stages of cellular stress, from going from stress, so that you know that cancer does not start yesterday. It started way before. So we have a long time to put our bodies into a preventative mode, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the biggest things, and why it's so important. And unfortunately, I've been recently working with my as a health coach in food and cooking with a couple cancer patients, and sometimes it takes somebody getting diagnosed with a form of a disease that allows them to then go, okay, now it's time to take a look.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit unfortunate. But so he also mentioned telomeres. Telomeres I've been talking about those for a couple years, and the carbon C60 that's been known to help. But definitely anything that you do to boost your cellular strength, and that's what you're eating for cellular strength. Why? Because what you're creating new blood. New blood makes new cells. So if your blood is all gunked up and not healthy and over sugared, your new cells don't have a chance.
Well, Kimberly, that's a really good point, because if your body is stressed out because of exactly what the picture you just painted, taking carbon C60 may actually do a detriment to you. And I've actually talked to somebody who's done that. Now, carbon C60 looks to be a really great remedy, but only when your body's in balance and it can handle it. Because if it's not in balance, it can take it the other way. That's one of those things that, this is a great thing. We got to all use this. And when you jump on things like that, without taking into consideration the balance of the body, you can cause more harm than good. So.
Well, to your point, I don't put a person on a juice cleanse that's not ready. If you are filled with toxins, you cannot do a juice cleanse. You will dump a load into your bloodstream and you feel like you have the flu. So you got to work up. That's why having a knowledgeable health coach work with you instead of go to the internet. Seriously, a 1 month or 3 month investment in a health coach is way better investment than going to your gym and getting a personal trainer. You get your body figured out and then it works better. So understanding, because carbon C60 will draw toxins like a magnet too, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's part of it. You mentioned about the enzymes, really huge. I've been doing a lot of research on proteolytic enzymes. I know I feel better when I'm taking digestive enzymes, but proteolytic enzymes actually go in longevity-wise, helping the cells, cleaning up the blood. Enzymes are so important. That's why the raw food diet and juicing and smoothies, they actually help. They're giving your body some enzymes, but that's going to be the wave of the future, enzymes, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So as we clean up our body and we clean up our living spaces, all of that goes hand in hand. Tell me, what was your take on Marianne and what she's working on?
Oh my God, she hit the nail on the head, and we got a bunch of boneheads out there that can't see. They can't see the light of day. I mean, we need this. Are you serious?
Just because of one mistake somebody made years and years ago,
no,
right?
This is so. Isolation is the worst thing for your health. Okay, isolation, and if you can't pay your groceries, are you eating? I mean, seriously, if you have room in your backyard, that's great. You have somebody who's young to help you out with things around the house, maybe, or you could move in there, a young family. Then the family has somebody to help them out. The blue zone communities have community. That's why they last longer. They have somebody, they've got help, right? A lot of people are just living alone with no help. Little money, no help, no one to talk to, no one to help them cook. Please, this is a great answer.
Yeah. I love what she talked about the pocket neighborhoods, about how, actually creating small little subdivisions where it actually creates a community, and that community can support each other,
I
right?
totally want one. A tiny house community. Yes, KK is going to be cooking in the community center kitchen.
Yeah.
I know. This is unbelievable. I'm just telling you,
But the thing is,
stodgy people.
it's interesting because and this is where Marianne's expertise comes. It all hangs on zoning, and
Ugh,
zoning is
I
something
know.
that has to be done through the bureaucracy of the cities and counties. And it's amazing to me when she talked about this city did this way, this county that way, this other city, and it's all over the freaking place.
No, that stuff gets me very impatient if you haven't noticed. I mean, if you've got an answer, just get it done. Stop going around in circles, making it hard. The zoning, I know, it's a pain. And really, it doesn't need to be. That's where entrepreneurs think totally different. That you just, if you got an answer, get it done, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
but we're going to have more housing issues because of this corona. I mean, seriously,
mhm.
well, what do we
Well,
have going on?
and the whole idea of aging in place is aging in place in a healthy way. And
Yes.
what our presenters talked about, in terms of Dr. Renee and Dr. Benz and all relate to, if we're going to age in place, there are things that we can do that can keep us healthy, so that quality of life is up, up there. And then when it's time to go, boom, we can just depart and
Right.
not take that 11 years that is part of the statistics in the United States of how long it takes to go from when your quality of life drops to when you actually die. That's a long freaking time to not have quality of life. And I know
Yes.
that the United States surpasses everybody in that negative spiral. When in fact in Japan, that quality of life deterrent is only, I think it's 3 months max.
Well, you look at the blue zones. If you're eating healthy, they've been taking milk thistle tea for years. Great for your liver. And they have community. They die in their sleep of natural causes. That's the way I want to go. That's the way everyone should want to go. You don't want to be on drugs for 15 years, hobbling around and at an assisted living, center. So we have
So
to do
this is
something.
really about taking charge of our own health.
Hmm.
And that means saying no to mandatory vaccines and requiring that we take, I think Judy Mikovits talked about taking a 5-year moratorium on vaccines so we can clean them up so that they can work the way they're supposed to, and not be, and have them be accountable, because right now vaccines are not, have no liability at all. So anything
It's
that happens,
pushing
it happens.
profit. You're right.
And
It's pushing profit. That's it.
I just did a talk on autism as an example of the detriment effect of vaccines, where in 1970, 1 out of 10,000 children got autism. In today's world, it's 1 out of 29. These are dramatic numbers.
No, that's
These are wake up
unheard of.
numbers.
Yeah.
These are wake up numbers. And
Yeah.
so all of these issues are so very, very important for our listeners to begin to wake up, to take charge of their own health, to take charge of the decisions that are being made at the city and county level that they live, and to be in community, not to be shaming people because they're not wearing masks when they're riding their bicycles or whatever, but to understand if they're sick, they should wear a mask, and they should stay home and take care of themselves. But take charge of your own life, take charge of your own community, and stand up for what it means to be healthy, whole, and in this way, wealthy.
Amen. If you want to know more about me, I'm on inthekitchenwithkk.com, and I'm all over the place with KK's Fit Kitchen on Instagram, on Egger, and I'm doing a live demo tomorrow night on our City Side, SRQ Fitness and More YouTube channel.
That's great. And those who want to get thermography, they can contact me at essentialstar.com. It's Patricia Starr. And we're all about health and well-being. We work with advanced cranial techniques. We work with plant medicine. And we're all about creating a healthy, wholesome community. Thank you so much for listening. Stay tuned for more exciting topics. Thanks for tuning into our show on societybitesradio.com. Don't worry if you've missed a show. You can find them all on our website at SarasotaHolisticChamberofCommerce.com.